Good morning, students. As I told people yesterday that I'm going to share a video on Oru Manushyan very soon. So here I am with a video. Well, as a pre-reading activity for this lesson, they have got some things for us to do. Like, see, who according to you is a good human being? Think of these qualities in a person. Helping the needy, extracting money from others, living a self-centered life, or being violent. Who, according to you, is a good human being? Well, a good human being obviously means a person who helps others, isn't it? As far as my knowledge is concerned, we never call anybody who don't help others as a good human being. But human being itself is a little complicated task. It had been a great adventure for social animals to be human beings, right? We all are social animals, isn't it? And the concept of humanity, the concept of being human, it's a great adventure for us to reach this stage of life. uh, I, I recall some of the very beautiful short stories which tell us about the growth of human nature there. The very first thing is that about Gautam Buddha and a cruel man named Angulimala. Hope you people have heard this story in your high schools. There was a bad man, a hunter, a thief, a looter named Angulimala used to stay in a jungle who used to rob people whoever would pass through that jungle, and he used to cut their finger, anguli, or what is something like that in Hindi, anguli, and he used to tie it to a thread and make a garland out of those fingers cut uh, from the people whom he had robbed, right? So Angulimala, the story of Angulimala, and he suddenly changed his behavior, his lifestyle, his character when he came in contact with a person, the Buddha himself. So that changed his life entirely. In the same way, we also see that there is a story regarding how the great Valmiki took inspiration to write Ramayana. He was a sage doing penance in the forest when he saw that a hunter was supposed to hit a parrot. There were two parrots, probably husband and wife or lovers, loving parrots. They were sitting on the branch of a tree, and the hunter had aimed towards one parrot, which was hit by the hunter's arrow, and it died instantly. And the other parrot, its partner, it cried and it committed something like suicide on the death of its partner there. So that story itself inspired Valmiki to write the epic called Ramayana. It starts with the Manishada. Manishada means don't kill it, don't destroy it, right? So this is how a hunter himself, being a hunter himself, Valmiki became a sage, and then he wrote the greatest epics of India, right? So this is how the human behavior, human characters go on changing due to circumstances, due to some incidents, due to some uh, unforeseen events of our life. So this lesson, Oru Manushyan, deals with such incident, life-changing incident in the story of in the life of the writer itself. The story is very simple. The title itself means a stranger. Oru Manushyan. Oru means one. It's a Malayali title. Oru means one. Manushyan means man. One man. One man can be easily translated as a stranger, unknown man. One man, unknown man, stranger. Right? So a stranger. It's in a one first person narration. The poet goes on telling his own life story, something like that, autobiographical. type of writing he has used in this particular story. Yes, he says, you have no definite plans, you are wandering around far away from your home, you have no money with you, and you do not know the local language. You can speak English and Hindustani, but very few people know about either of these languages. This can land you in many predicaments, and many adventures can befall you. You find yourself caught in a dangerous situation. A total stranger rescues you. Even after years pass by, you will sometimes remember the man and wonder why he did so. Let us say it is I, not you, who remember the man. So this is how he gives a brief introduction to the story. He says that let us imagine a situation where we are in a total unknown place. We don't know the language of that area. We don't know anybody in that area, and we are living there. Imagine that you are living in China. That's the best way. Chinese people don't know English. They can't speak our Hindustani or Indian languages. So imagine that you are in China and you want to ask something to somebody. How will you do that thing? How will you communicate your ideas, your thoughts? Or how will you ask a glass of water? So that is how he says many adventures can befall you. You may land into predicaments, unforeseen situations, problems, adventures, right? So he says that it was he, let me say it is I, right? It means it was he who had experienced such a situation in his life, and he just wants to share a story which he remembers throughout his life. I am now narrating, he says, I am now narrating, telling an experience which I had. I have some vague notions about human beings, including myself. Vague, not clear. Vague means not clear. Mixed, confusing type of notions, understanding about human beings, including myself. There are around me good men and thieves, those who suffer from various infectious diseases and from madness. One has to live carefully. The world has more evil than good. We realize this only after we get hurt. So this is how he expresses how life is on this earth. Many type of people are there around us. Good men are there, thieves are there, cheaters are there, deceivers are there, liars are there, and there are good people also, but very few. More evil is there in this world than the good, and we come to know only when we get cheated, we get disturbed, we get robbed by such people. We understand that world is not for good people, or there are some good people and many bad people. This idea we only get when we are in trouble. So he says, let me recall here that incident which was perhaps quite insignificant. So here onwards he is going to tell you an incident, uh, a happening of his life which he says perhaps not so significant. It was not so important unless something special had happened there. It was a daily occurring in his life, but one thing specially occurred in this particular incident which made him to remember it for his lifetime. So what is that incident? We will see it in the next video.